Solomon back here, and it's still January 16th, so this is my second clip. My first battery ran out, so I'm gonna have to shove another video up in there. And the YouTube algorithm, I noticed I had like 100 views in one of my videos I did like 3 or 4 days ago or whatever. Time passed, I just flipping forgot everything, like that I even did it. I just did it out of habit. And that's what happens with money. One paycheck, 2 paychecks, you get 26 paychecks in a year. So let's be fair about this. And time just passes by, and you're just like, what's paydays? At some point you just like kind of forget that you're even making money, because time's flying by and you're just like in the zone, or you're not like this Uncle Scrooge kind of a guy, and finances aren't your like main priority now. It's more like you're trying to just live the day, be in the zone, be productive, finding your own and doing your own thing, as opposed to being a cheap miser. That cheap miser mentality runs strong in me because I'm Chinese. It may also run strong in you if you're Indian or Jewish, stuff like that. Everyone's worst nightmare, an extreme cheapskate. There's just some days I just blank out, looking at my past. I just like completely like just blank out, like what the hell happened. And that's what happened. I just go into the zone and just start working like mad, and just I don't know what else to do except make money. And it's not even the money part. It's just like I'm in the zone, and the money's just coming, and I'm just dumping it in the stock market. Time's going by. On my downtime, I'm just like playing a video game or whatever, and it's just like, and that can easily happen to me. And that's just called being in the zone, and it has its positives and negatives. But I don't like doing it all the time, and it's just like, why am I older? Like, I kind of like regret kind of like doing some of these things, weird things that I do sometimes, like time traveling. It feels like time traveling. Like, I don't want to be older. I wanted to have like enjoyed that time instead of like zoning out and stuff. I could have been just playing video games. I think Diablo 2 Remastered came out. Diablo 2 Resurrection came out. That explains why I wasn't being accountable for myself. So I'm saying that can happen to you. Next thing you know, you wake up as a 39-year-old. And that's getting older. At a certain point, it's cool anymore, and you need to put the brakes on it. And this is definitely that kind of a time. So now that I'm older and fatter and have a moon face, what is there to do? What most guys do is work and make money, and grind. That's what I've been doing since my college years. I've always known, men should go out and work and make money and stuff. Whether I could support, my girlfriend or whatever, that was questionable. I myself am a like stingy, cheap bastard, and probably know. Of course, she's gonna run away. I mean, that is clear. That is clear as daylight. And if you don't believe that, then you're delusional. Very delusional. Again, the apartment thing. It's $3,000 up to $3,000 on average for a luxury apartment. You're never going to be owning anything. BlackRock, Vanguard has this all mapped out. With financial engineers and financial planners and architectural engineers and real estate people building and establishing the paperwork for this while you're playing video games. To them, that's their video game. I mean, what chances do you have in the real world? Very little. So most of us are probably, outsourced and just mind blown. Just too, infantile to compete with these top dogs, the top 1%, who's going, if not already, owns the goddamn market, real estate market. Your apartment, your home, your future home, current home. And that's what's been happening. Yeah, now a lot of crazy things are going on in New York City. They're kicking out the middle class. The only two classes left are, the super poor and the migrants, where you get free government subsidies, food stamps, SNAP, free housing, voucher 8s, low income buildings and whatnot, and the more kids you have, the more benefits you receive. Or you're super rich and part of the industry, part of BlackRock or Vanguard, or an S&P 500 company, or you're just part of the families of the bigwigs, Rothschilds, Rockefeller, stuff like this. The last names you'll see reoccurring. Are any of them you? Probably not. Unfortunately, no. I'm not even in there. Or you'll see a Goldberg or a Stein or Zuckerberg. It just is. Or Lee, in terms of Asian people. It's just like, yeah, the Illuminati's real. I'm not gonna lie to you. You probably didn't know this, but yeah, it's scary. These people play life as though it's a video game, and they're the boss. They're the boss. The what do you call it? The raid boss. At the same time, they live life though. Where they're actually providing people with value. It may not be the most ethical things that they're doing, like social media or food or like GMOs, but they're providing some kind of value. Not all that ethical, but they have a price to pay for it as well. We do as well. Is everything kosher? No, not at all. It's still very doggy dog. I know I know some examples of how this works, but then again, I don't want to raise any eyebrows towards conspiracy theories. I don't even know if you're even ready for it. I can go there if you want. I don't even want to go there, but why else would this video matter? I can go there. Do I want to go there? I don't know. It's my decision. I'll take you there right now. So this has been helping me in reality, but I can show you what it means to be woohoo, spiritually woohoo. You may not even believe me, but it all starts with ancient artifacts. Solomon Chau. You can Google Solomon Chau movie. Of course, it is dust here. This is a representation of the great alien. What I came here for is actually this box. You will find a powerful communicator to the outer world, and I'll show you. And advanced technologies usually involve crystals. So I'm just gonna put a little show on here. So you put this thing on top of your head. It opens up. The metal that is used is like silver, or they use gold in the crystal. It's all about like amplifying the frequencies, and the metal used to hold it is copper, and you put it on your head, and it's good to use to go into deep work and acts as a communication device with what they call the Galactic Federation. And you're just like, Solomon, what the fuck are you talking about? Unfortunately, I'm not making this up. I wish I was. I wish I was. I'll leave you at that. I don't want to go too deep into it, as I don't want to raise any eyebrows or suspicion. I know weird people are out there. I've been attacked before, that's why I don't want to do it, because it's scary as fuck, and I'm just like, that's all you people need to know about. I will share the story with you when I'm ready. I just don't feel people are ready. I'm not even ready. And the amount of people that are willing to do things for money out there is just fucking weird. And I mean weird. They will spend their time and day, instead of having a normal life with a family and a normal job, they'll start capturing people, children even, and have them work in some fucking hellhole, or ransom someone or a child for said money. It's always about money, and that's why I'm not doing it. I don't think people are ready. I don't think they're mature enough to handle this shit, mentally or emotionally. We are at a level of 0 and 1 of civilization. People are just obsessed with the primitive capital accumulation phase. It's borderline questionable if anyone even bothers taking care of each other, or even being able to love themselves. At this stage, I still see people just all they know how to do is blame each other for X, Y, and Z. There's no accountability whatsoever. That's a major turnoff for me. And I try not to do it myself, but none of us can handle facing the music. You're gonna get old. You make mistakes. You're fat, you're lazy, you don't get to choose your race, you don't look like the people on social media, you have your own social security insecurities, and you're just kind of reflecting on people. You're just acting like a toxic asshole to compensate, and it's also everyone has all these little personality, toxic personality traits, and I'm just trying to overlook and pretend I don't need to know this shit. I don't want to know this shit. It's just damn. Waking up to reality is hard. I would rather play video games. And watch porn than to deal with this shit. And that's what probably most people do. So here's what it looks like outside. The power of habit. It will snap you back to reality. So no more aliens or communication devices or wherever the fuck. And if your life was on the line, what would you be doing? If you only had so much time, if there was a ransom on your head, what would you be doing? The power of habit. You come up with the best 10 habits. In this book, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things that you have to prioritize that you can do every single day, and maybe weekly, at least once or twice a week, and you write that in, and you fill that each and every day, and that will change your life. I'm 38 years old. You know, I've been searching and wandering and reading different whatever that's available. Of course, I'm going to try to maximize my potential in this life, you know. How do you do it? You know, how do you realistically do it? Again, we're all we get older, we get fatter, we get lazier. You know, that's always been my thing. You know, why do anything? I'm never going to get famous off of it. You know, I'm just going to be like this average, whatever, king of mediocrity guy. And, you know, just why do anything? I never had a real reason other than like primitive wealth accumulation, primitive capital accumulation phase, as we all go through this. So I know about Amazon FBA. I don't know about Amazon dropshipping. I never did white labeling. All these products you have to get from China and drop shipping, and it's just like I don't trust these people, in which you shouldn't. Anyways, because there's a lot of scams out there. Not about the scams. So what the hell? It's like sometimes my mind just like blanks out. It's like I don't know. I just blank out and forget what I'm saying. So, you know, again with the journal thing. You know, the power of habit, work, exercise, nutrition, journaling, vlogging, reading, fun, and sleeping. Those are my main key items here. That's how I stay grounded. That's how I stay grounded. Am I doing any work right now? No. This is probably as most of the work I'm doing. Posting, vlogging this, using every single second of this video, and posting it on YouTube for the algorithm. Never mind what I said. The message is, you can have an absolute shit video, but if you keep posting every single motherfucking day, like an idiot, you will get more and more views just because of the YouTube algorithm. It's that powerful. Again, with the social media thing. I'm not even sharing this on Twitter, X, or whatever you want to call it, on Facebook or Instagram. I don't even use an Instagram account because I know that I don't want to be looking at porn on it. And, you know, I don't even post anything on like Reddit or anything like that. And the YouTube algorithm will just take care of itself magically with the technology, with the AI. It has, you know, to get views, to get an audience. So make sure you like and subscribe. How it translates, you know, I don't even promote it. I don't even pay extra to promote it. I don't have Facebook ads. You know, I'm probably the most shyest person, most introverted person you'll meet. So, you know, and yet I'm getting views. Okay, so you just have to keep fucking posting. So the strategy of just doing the same fucking shit every single day works. Doesn't matter if you're a fat asshole, you know, you have hair coming out of your chest, you got hair coming out of your ass, you got hair coming out of your nose, and on top of that, you're fat and you're Indian. You could still keep posting every day and you would still get some kind of view. So thank you for watching. If you're that guy or girl who just happens to be watching my video, you know, this is very important information. You too can do it for yourself, no matter how god awful your video is. Again, I understand we don't get to choose our race. We don't get to choose the time we were born in. You know, it's just a mixed bag of like an RNG, a role-playing game, Dungeons and Dragons game. The dice are rolled. You're born into this family. You know, hopefully it's a good family. And you just have to play the game. You have to play your role. As ancient Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, you know, in like 300 AD after Christ. You just have to play the game. You just have to play your part. my part is a Asian guy in living in America. I know English and Chinese, and I wish I knew other languages, but my language skills suck. So, just I don't have unlimited resources, mentally or emotionally, to go that far to begin with. So, although I'm probably not the ugliest guy in the room, it's just like I have my flaws of being dumb. I'm unable to like quickly pick up new languages or reading and speaking and writing. And I'm shy, and I'm probably not the best communicator, but I try. And like I've seen people who are very charismatic. You always have the charismatic white guy who's a good communicator, like a JFK or something, and that guy's not me. If everyone could be like that, cool. But for the most part, you're probably a scrotum of some kind. You're a scrotum. I'm a scrotum. Most people are scrotums. They have a raspy voice. They can't sing. They can't dance. The things that they do and say are cringe. Are just uninteresting. As boring. Or they're homeless. It's just like, yeah, that's probably you. That's just how it is. That's how RNG games are. You wish you were a Julius Caesar or a Britney Spears as the star of the show, amongst other celebrities, but normally you're probably smack in between. And some people are just like more interesting than others. But how can I be the best Solomon Chau I can be is the question. I don't even feel like going outside. I can actually feel the cold coming out of the window, and I'm just like, fuck this. Hell no, I'm not going outside. It's just too goddamn cold. All there is like some trees and nature, which is cool, but that's it. There's nothing for me to enjoy about it any further than myself frolicking around in the woods by myself. There's no cute girl out there that I could be chasing or coming with me or taking a walk. Again, with the social media things, every girl out there thinks she can get a Chad or a Tyrone, and you know what? I'm Chong, okay? That shit's not gonna fly very easily. Shit. Anyways, I have to be doing my own thing. Again, going back, journaling, vlogging, YouTubing, Is there a magic key? Is there a solution to all this? Oh, how about you win the lottery, Nope. You just have to go to work. You have to put a minimum of 8 hours in whatever field you're in. That is a requirement. That is a requirement to maintain homeostasis. That's always been the bread and butter of growth of a normal human being, a normal functioning human being. Otherwise you're just like, just mental. Like catonic schizophrenics can just stay there like a statue all day. Like, it's weird. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, I know this because I'm an introvert. Like, they could be in deep thought, or they can't snap out of it, or they're just mentally ill. It's not very nice. Why is that? They just don't function in society, so society tries to put them away. And it's scary. But I don't like talking about it. They used to have like insane asylums in New Jersey. A lot of them have been abandoned and burnt down. But the mentally ill and the homeless are out there. I mean, I don't need to talk about this anymore just because it's so prevalent. So, what can save you and put you back on track is the power of habit. And I watched a lot of other YouTubers, namely Hamza. He's like, why can't you do these things? Why can't you chase after your dreams? Why you can't be a YouTuber yourself, or write books, or be the author of the next Harry Potter, or whatever you've been dreaming about, or be a movie actor, or something, something promising. It's because of your mental health. Or why you can't just, meditate or do something proactively good for you is because of your basic mental health. And I recommend the power of habit. Again, it all goes back to writing it down. I know I'm being very repetitious, but these are things that you have to do in order to break out of your lazy slump, degenerative cycle, by writing things down and prioritizing them. So every day you have your checklist of things that you ought to do, that you want to do. I was never able to vlog before and post it on YouTube. I was able to vlog, I was able to record video, but I never posted on YouTube until I started writing it down in my power habit wheel, my habit tracker. I was never able to vlog and post it on YouTube the very same day or within 24 hours until I started writing it down. Do you know how powerful that is? That in itself is a secret weapon, is the secret sauce, writing it down. Imagine if I started doing this since I was 20 years old. I don't think YouTube was available back. YouTube was back in the day when I was in college, in the year 2008, 2010. So I would have had 10 years of YouTube under my belt. So if I had like a minimum of 10, views every day, that's just and compilated with the YouTube algorithm over the course of 10 years, plus the pandemic when everyone had to stay home and just watch, goofy YouTube videos, homemade video, whatever, because they're just isolated, quarantined. My channel would have blown up, and I would have already had the opportunity to be rich by likes and subscribes, but there are skills that I did not obtain during that time. Like I actually have to, you actually have to command things with your voice. You actually have to communicate things to people, like and subscribe. It's just that simple. You have to tell people, look them in the eye, in the camera, and tell them like and subscribe, or they won't do it. Like it's just weird to me, like, that these things, these basic things have to be verbalized. But again, I'm not like from some like weird alien race where I don't need to verbalize things. I mean, I get that, and that people have to talk. A part of me thinks, or kind of acts like people can like have telepathy and shit, and they don't need to talk. It's true. Again, with the weird alien thing I showed you with the headband, like in higher planes of existence, like they operate off of telepathy. People actually don't move their mouths and talk. It's considered like primitive and shit. And sometimes like that's the same how I feel. But in this timeline, I'm human. I have to fucking talk, or I'm gonna get thrown under the bus. That's another thing I don't talk a lot about. Other timelines or other worldly beings that I may or may not have encountered. through time and space. Again, with the reality thing, the power of habit. There's a lot of science fiction writers, and that it may be true, maybe not true. A lot of these people who do come up with these conspiracy theories in science fiction books have actually been traumatized as children, and they just create their own like little imaginary worlds so that they can gain control and power over their own lives. Or the quickest thing to do is to be playing video games and watching porn. Here you're a rock god, you're some kind of savior, you're some kind of like superhero. You just turn on your console system. Again, with the mental health crisis thing going on. Like, again, like in one examples, like I met someone who doesn't play video games. He seemed pretty normal. He said he had 2 kids and on a home, and he does his best to take care of his wife and his kids. And I'm like, wow, that's cool. He's like, do you play video games? He's like, no, I don't play video games. He played football in high school, and that was his thing. And it's just like, wow, this guy is so normal. So what kind of guys do play video games? Again, they've been traumatized before. They want to escape reality. They want to make up their own world, where they have power and superpowers and shit. And that's just in bro terms, that's just fantasizing. My dad had the same shit, or he was like disconnected. He was there, but he wasn't mentally present. Like, some guys have like depression or alcohol or drugs. Video games and pornography fall in the same department. Women don't do this as much. In fact, I would say that like it's the complete opposite. They become like hyper present. Like, your mom's beating the shit out of you, like your mom's yelling at you, like she's the one who's more sensitive. The woman is the one who's more sensitive, so she has to be, automatically her body is sensing danger in the environment or whatever, or you have to pay the bills, and the first one to pick that up is the woman. So she's always worrying about shit like predators and bills, and that shit gets thrown in your face because you're too busy watching porn and playing video games and touching yourself at night. So that's what happens to modern man. So, like, what does Solomon Chau do? How does he get better? Will he ever just become like this normal ass person who has a family, or will he just continue playing video games and watching porn? Again, there's a solution for that. The quickest, fastest, easiest solution is buying this book, The Power of Habit, and writing everything down. And journaling, work, exercise, nutrition, journaling, vlogging, YouTube, reading, having fun, and sleeping. So, rinse and repeat. Money can only bring so much to the table until it's used for the bad habits. Until it's used for vices, the parties, the girls, the alcohol. Again, the time will pass. You'll had a good time, and you'll have to go back to the weekdays. No one's going out partying and shit. During the weekdays, everyone's working and doing their job and stuff. With the school systems, with the offices, with the hospitals, or whatever. Enter the matrix, whatever you want to call it. The garbage man. These things, the restaurants, these things just have to exist. These things exist just because it's just a part of the backbone of society. Without it, you wouldn't have streets being cleaned, you wouldn't have doctors, you wouldn't have nurses, and etc. And it just is. One thing that I should do more is probably traveling, but again, this is building up to that. Like, what did Solomon Chau do before that to earn his wings to the world of traveling? visiting museums or going on a cruise. Like, this is the kind of shit I would be doing. This is the kind of shit guys have to do. They have to become YouTubers. On top of that, they have to work their regular 8 hour 9 to 5 jobs. If they're not going to get a second job, at least become a fucking YouTuber or, social media influencer, on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, or OnlyFans or something, and you have to be that guy. Back in the day it was graphics design, now it's social media, marketing. The game doesn't change. You have to cold call companies to, get them to, so you could be their sponsor, so they can sponsor you, or you can help them sponsor their products on your videos. You just have to fucking do it. You just have to fucking cold call them. You have to show them examples. Same thing like with, applying to college. You're basically marketing. You're trying to whore yourself out, so you have to market yourself. Hopefully you learn it sooner than later. I've been to the clubs and I've seen 40-year-old plus women. They look like, it's like trying to put lipstick on a pig. It's just, once you're 40 plus years old, you hit the wall and you have that refrigerator body. Like, you're gonna be standing around there for a long time. No guy's gonna go for you, unless he has some kind of like older woman fetish. But it's just like, that's the reason why you're at the club, is to pick up a guy and be a gold digging. Sorry, just that's what it is. They're there to make money. So you can be that 40 plus year old lady who looks like someone put lipstick on a pig. Like, you're trying to whore yourself out, but nobody wants you. And you just have to do this when you're young. But I think men have it easier because they still have time to be doing it older, because women like older mature men, and etc. Or society just likes older, more mature men. Thomas Edison, all the presidents, Bill Clinton or something, or Donald Trump. Although not everyone likes Donald Trump. This and that. Or you can be 81 years old, and Joe Biden. You can be old and still cool as a guy. So it's okay to be fucking old. Confucius was fucking old in terms of Chinese people. And he's considered one of the greats. So, men have it easier in their old age than women. But they have it a lot harder in their younger age. Whereas women are basically like driving a Ferrari at the age of 18. Instagram models, OnlyFans, just like racking up thousands upon thousands, like millions of dollars. You just, whore yourself out online. But, after the 40 age plus, when your body starts looking like a refrigerator, it's all downhill from there. So you have your time to do whatever. Hopefully you use it wisely. I'm approaching my 40s, so if I'm not doing this shit at the last minute, then I'm fucked. So, hopefully you're 20 now, and you could be doing YouTube for the next fucking 20 years. And you have to start today. Yeah, your videos are going to look like shit. Yeah, you're going to be scrounging around for money. You're going to be complaining about, not having enough money to go through school and having to get loans and shit. The reason why the quality of this camera is good and decent enough is because I have the money to easily buy a Sony ZV-1 and the boom mic. Easily, and invest in myself because I'm older. My job, I have job security, and I have to use my time wisely. If I'm not, I could be watching porn and playing video games right now. I just choose to be more productive. Wink wink, the power of habit, writing my good habits down and executing on them, as opposed to my younger self who would just waste the time playing video games and watching porn. Because it's just so much easier. You know, again, why women these days probably find it a lot harder to find a man is because, you know, instant gratification, social media, you know, video games. With the click of a button, you could be playing a video game. You could be watching porn, you know. Like, so many guys probably fall into this, you know, if they're not in the, once they age out of high school, you know, and they don't, and they go through the military, and they age out of the military, it's like, what do they do now? And if they didn't hold their principles and their values and their shit together, you know, they're gonna go back to step one, playing video games and porn. They didn't actually grow up. They didn't actually mature. They just went through the stages and, you know, got paid out and, you know, did their thing because they had a live drill sergeant. When you age out of these kinds of programs with your teachers and your drill sergeants and whatever programs you're in, you know, you have to fucking be accountable for yourself. And I highly recommend The Power of Habit. It's been working for me immensely. As you can see, me struggling here to produce my YouTube video. We're at the 41-minute mark, so I've been rambling and talking for 41 minutes. But keep in mind, I don't give a fuck because of the YouTube algorithm. You know? Does this necessarily mean that I get more clicks and more likes and subscribe? But please do make sure you like and subscribe. No. I know I don't edit my videos. I know it's not guaranteed that I'm going to get clicks and likes. I'm just fucking rolling this because this is what I like doing. I'm just chilling here. I'm talking to my audience, potential audience, or just, you know, someone who works for YouTube has to make sure I'm not, you know, some crazy white guy or Asian who's going to, you know, do something crazy, unmentionable. That might be their job. I don't know why I always get like 5-10 views. That could be a whole like mental health like YouTube crew, like just trolling around, just doing their job. So I do like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 150 videos. My goal is like 150 videos. First, excuse me. According to Ali Abdul, you first post 10 and then you post 50, and at least 50. You need at least 50 to gain any traction. So after some kind of mark, you reach like a threshold, and then you start getting rained on by an audience because the YouTube algorithm will pick up, you know. So instead of 5 or 10 views, I'll get 50 or 100 on average for beginners. After 100, like 1,000, and this happens to you know, YouTube channels blow up like this all the time, and that's how it happens. And it will probably happen to me because, despite the fact that my content is just like me, just like shitting on myself and other people, and just being an average Momo, it's because of the YouTube algorithm. AI is becoming that strong. An ordinary, everyday, average ass, you know, king of mediocrity kind of a person who has a 9-to-5 rat race job, who's stuck in the matrix, can get motherfucking famous by just posting his shit every day. Then, without even editing anything, and he can like make money off of it by just doing the due diligence of filming, taking the time to film and posting it online. He could be making bank. That could be his gig. I could be the next fat guy that just sits outside, does the minimum amount of work, and is still able to collect welfare and food stamps and be fucking able to survive. I call that a fat Mike. Hamza on YouTube would call it a Jeffrey. You know, an advanced version of Jeffrey. Okay. Is Fat Mike, and I've seen these kinds of personalities, like they just lose it after the age of 40, 45, 50, you know, they get fat, they get old, you know, they blame everything on the time they had to go to the hospital, then they just like give up, get fat, you know. And they collect the free government subsidies. Free. And the rest of us are paying for it while we work our 9-to-5 slave wage jobs. So, that was it. That's all I got. You know why don't I put a fancy title in and an intro? I'm probably gonna do that. I'm probably gonna make a better video, and I have to make an edited video of my introduction. Like, I don't know, people have like 15 second 20-second introductions of them like doing whatever with the music and explosions and Godzillas and shit. That's what I gotta do. Or some people make the argument that like you shouldn't have that because that's just enticing people for more dopamine hits, that you're actually fucking up their brain, to get addicted on your YouTube channel the wrong way. I'm not overstimulating people mentally. I'm not trying to trick their dopamine receptors into making them think I'm making them happy by including Godzillas and more fucking explosions. At least I can make a personal brand, a Solomon Chau brand, which there already exists. A personal brand. Again, with the branding, with the marketing, whoring yourself out. You see these things in the Matrix all the time. That's just how it is. That's how the architecture is of this world. It's very hard to escape. But it is your personal brand. For me, it's all still just a journey. Naruto even has a personal brand. Am I gonna ask like Japan for freaking product and get them to sell, which I have, but as an individual, I have not sold it. As a collective working with a company, I don't do that. I don't reach out to people. I don't network. I don't like talking to people. I don't like getting scammed. There's a variety of a lot of reasons why anyone wouldn't want to be so extroverted about being able to find more marketing and networking opportunities out there. They're out there using LinkedIn if you're interested, connecting with people, but I would be very cautious as if these people are even real, and if they have their best interest at heart or yours, or it's hard, and you have to deliver on their expectations. You have to meet their standards and the requirements that they want you to do, like a 5-minute video. You have to be, telling them that you love their product and shit. It may be going against morals and your ethic code and your values just because you want to make bank, monetize, the product that they're trying to sell. Just like how I'm asking you to like and subscribe all the time. That's what you got to do. The marketing thing, like, I don't even know why I'm doing it anymore, or if it has any meaning. I'm just verbalizing it because it's been so ingrained into me. That's just how it works. I'm not even making money. I'm just like practicing, whoring myself like a 40-plus-year-old woman at the strip club, like like a pig with lipstick. She's probably farting it all over the place. It has her bowel movements. She's nasty as fuck. But eventually there's just gonna be this like fat creepy guy who's gonna ask her for a lap dance, and success. Damn, I keep posting up these YouTube videos every day like an asshole. One day I'm gonna find success. One of my videos got like 2,000 plus views, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Someone would actually watch this shit, and I was like, yes, they did. That could happen to you too. If you're not planning to play the lottery for a long time, you just have to be a YouTuber for a long time, posting every single fucking day. I did the same shit on eBay. I did the same shit on Amazon, and I did the same shit as an X-ray tech. I eventually graduated into being a CAT scan tech now. I can also play the same game doing MRI or sonography, but I just don't want to do it, you know. I'm okay where I'm at now, and you know, I can even be a doctor if I wanted to. I just don't want to play that game. It gets a lot harder. You know, you have to work with more and collaborate with more people, and you know, with people becomes, you know, you need better communication skills. You need to be able to relate to people. You need to be able to connect with people. They have to be able to be. You have to be likable. You know, all this stuff, all this like, all this stuff. You know, if you're just like the garbage man, just come in there, throw out the garbage, and go home. Like that's like mentally less taxing and draining than trying to be a higher up. It just is, and your salary and paycheck reflects that, so they know. They already know. Human resources already know how to take and treat people in accordance to, you know, their Illuminati pyramid of pay grade. You know, some things are above my pay grade. Some things are not. You know, talking to people, networking with people is, you know, goes up on the chain of command. You know, expect to get paid more, but at the same time, it's stressful connecting with people, getting new customers, getting new, you know, students or patients or, you know, clients or whatever you want to prospects or wherever you want to call it, angel investors, regular investors, you know, SEOs, like SEOs, you know, initial stock public offerings or ICOs, initial coin offerings for cryptocurrency. You know, you just have to trick everyone. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. You know, you just have to read that like a billion times and get people to like you. You know, some people are just naturals, that they got a voice. You know, they got a deep masculine voice, or they got a very feminine, like blonde hair, blue eyes, American look that people like. You know, you have something going for you that you could just play the game with, and you got that going for you. As for the rest of us, we're like here in the Matrix. I'm not gonna lie to you. What else would you be doing? I mean, you know, you're that 40-plus-year-old fat lady at the club looking for a man and shit, and you know, you keep doing your thing, you're bound to find a guy. I feel sorry for the guy, but you know, eventually you'll strike it, and that's just how life works. It's a number game. You know, you won't win as much as oftenly as a girl who is young and beautiful, and blonde or brunette or redhead, but you know, you just keep doing your thing, and you'll get your payout. You know, at some point. Once, twice, multiple times, whatever. So I'm searching, I'm digging the YouTube algorithm. I'm connecting with the universe. I'm asking the universe, you know, work this YouTube algorithm. And I'll show you. I'll show you the metrics of how the YouTube algorithm, how I'm working with the YouTube algorithm. Even though I'm chilling here, I've done this before with Amazon, I've done this before with eBay. I'm just chilling there, and all of a sudden, you know, I used to sell $50, $100 product, and I jumped to like $300 product, and profit margins, and up to $2,000 profit margins. Just chilling, and you know, just, you know, watching the numbers grow, my bank account grow, and this is how it works. You just, you know. It's almost like I'm daydreaming. My bank account's growing as we speak, and I'm just like chilling here. And that's how it is. You know why you don't see me like heavy lifting and stuff? I already did the heavy lifting shit. Like a farmer just needs to plant the seeds and watch his crops grow. That's what I'm doing right now. Just kind of like watching the crops grow. You know, looking out for nature and shit. And you know, I'm just working with nature here. You know, you don't get to see my bank account, but I'm just like working with nature here and shit. And you know, it's winter time. It's gonna be spring. It's gonna be summer. It's gonna be fall. So I know the whole equinox thing. You know, I'm just letting the seasons roll by. I could be playing video games. I could be watching porn, but this is my thing. You know, you're vibing out with Solomon Chau over here, and that's how I've been I was able to make over 6 figures. You know, that's how I haven't like suffered major burnout from all this time. I'm just like chilling, making money passively. We can go deeper into this using the stock market and dividends and APYs and you know ETFs, mutual funds, you know 401ks. You know pensions don't like exist, but yeah. You know. So I'm gonna use the rest of my time to get some push-ups in. I do like at least a minimum of 50 push-ups, sit-ups. You know, and until recently I've been squatting. You know, emphasizing the squat. It helps your mid core and section and thunder thighs and stuff like that. And that's just what I want to improve my daily being able to move in my old age. And that's what's up. So, you know, more questions. Solomon, why are you still filming this shit? It's just like I told you, the YouTube algorithm. It doesn't give a fuck. It doesn't give a fuck if you like me or you don't like me, or if I even like myself. I'm cringing at this moment. It's just like the YouTube algorithm doesn't give a fuck. I'm just trying to understand that. It's just a number. I'm just a number to them. And you're just a view count as well. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Although I'm sincere about you watching this, and I'm sincere about having an audience, and somehow I'm like working the magic with the YouTube algorithm. I'm not entirely sure how it works. It's like as Elon Musk describes AI. Once you turn on, you know, it's like a demon, a greed monster, a fame monster. You know, it searches all over the globe for an audience, for a soul to pick up, for someone, for their eyes to consume, and it becomes like a demon. Some people call it the attention economy. You know, the attention coming out of your eyes, you know, is a powerful thing to the Illuminati, the pituitary gland, the all-seeing eye. You know, it's always been about that awareness, you know. And we're just hitting the, you know, iceberg. It's just hitting the tip of the iceberg here. I don't want to go too deep into it, you know. Once you're too deep into it, it gets kind of spiritually woohoo, and it's like, the fuck. So we're just hitting the tip of the iceberg with Solomon Chau here, you know. Do I want to show you anything deeper as of today? No, we're hitting at the 1 hour mark. So that's been Solomon Chau. I'm going to end it here. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Have a good day.